Hello and welcome, Klara, to the Slovenia and Australia channel.
Hello.
Can you please tell us where in Slovenia you're from?
I come from Celje. That's the third biggest city in Slovenia. Small city in Štajerska. That's the region of Slovenia.
And is that like in the north, south, east, or west? Like what area?
Okay. It's like in eastern part of Slovenia,
Oh, okay.
northeastern part. Yeah.
And what's it like there?
It's small. Not much is happening there, but it's good enough if you live there and if you know people, you still know where to go. Like for young people like me, if you get friends, you can go out. Something is happening regularly, but it's not as busy as the capital city, for example.
Yeah.
It's nice. I like it, and I've met people who like it like better than Ljubljana, for example, capital city. But that depends on a person.
Yeah. And what are some of your favorite places in Slovenia?
One of them obviously is Ljubljana, the capital city, because I studied there, and I went to a lot of places around Ljubljana and in Ljubljana, so I've got special memories. But other than that, maybe Tolmin. That's a place where the river Socha flows, and it's a really nice place. It's cool, and one of my favorite festivals is there. So we usually go there every year with my friends. So meet a lot of foreign people as well. So it's a really nice environment, and I like it there a lot. Yeah.
Great. What about Slovenian food? What type of foods do you specifically like?
There's nothing better than my grandma's beef soup. It's always good. Yeah, grandmas just know how to do it. And potica, that's a special pastry. I like Slovenian food in general. I like farmers' meals, like typical, like blood sausages, krvavica, those things. If we go, what's typical Slovenian? Yeah, so.
So all of it, basically.
Yeah, all of it. I like food.
Yeah. I believe this is your first visit to Australia.
Yeah, it is.
When you were still in Slovenia, what did you think Australia would be like?
Actually different. When you say Australia, I've always had in mind that metropolitan Australia. You know, it's like a lot of people everywhere and busy, and I mean it still is to some degree, but now when I'm staying in Barossa, it's a bit different.
Yeah,
it's like I didn't imagine that part of the rural Australia. Yeah, I'm more like what the city, like Adelaide, Melbourne, like those busier cities. I imagine Australia like that. Yeah, more than.
Yeah.
And of course, like a lot of different people with different backgrounds and like that. Yeah.
So now that you've been in Australia for a few months, what is your impression of the country now?
I like it. I like it, especially like nature, animal world. Yeah, different animals. That's new to me. It's good. I like it. It's very different in that regards, and it's a lot of new things to explore. Yeah. I don't know. It's different. Yeah, that's from Slovenia. Definitely, it's bigger. It's I know the distances like that. I couldn't imagine that before. Yeah, it's like how far everything is, and I like it. It's different, but I like it a lot.
Oh, that's good. Was there anything else that surprised you about Australia?
From what I've seen here, for example, in Adelaide, food was one thing. Yeah, I was not used to so much fast food. In Melbourne, there was a bit situation was a bit different. Yeah, it was a bit more restaurants, but like what we would say maybe is slow food. But here, that was one surprise, and distances definitely. Yeah, because I had to go to I had to drive 1.5 hours to the uni twice a week. I went by train. And now we do with my boyfriend 2 hours driving every day. So that was one big difference as well.
What places have you visited in Australia?
I've been to a lot of places in South Australia, mostly Barossa, Adelaide. I've been up to Barrie as well in the Riverland and around there. And I've been to Melbourne and places along the Great Ocean Road, so Apollo Bay and some other ones. And I'm planning a trip to Sydney, Canberra, and possibly if we can connect it up to Queensland as well. So yeah, it's a lot to come still, but
Well, you've got a fair bit of time left.
no, yeah, I do. I'm so sort of halfway through.
Definitely. And well, as you've said, you're staying in the Barossa. What kinds of places have you visited there? Like any wineries or?
Oh yeah, we've been. Still, I've got a problem. What is Barossa and what's out of Barossa? Because some cities, I mean, I'm not completely sure because everything seems closed. But yeah, anyway, we've
I
been
think it's a region more than just like, and it's got other towns.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
well.
But it's
That's my
like something
understanding.
10 minutes away from Williamstown where I'm staying, and that's still not Barossa anymore.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, yeah.
You probably know better than me.
Yeah, we've been to a few wineries there, and so try some wine and see actually the wineries itself. We've been to is Tananda and places around there. Yeah, there's still one lavender farm that I'd like to see there. But yeah, in Barossa it was mostly that, and to the giant rocking horse. I don't know if that's still a part of Barossa. I'm not sure exactly.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Okay, that's why I get confused with that. But
that one's at Gamaraka.
In Gamaraka. Okay, so around that was mostly around there. Yeah.
All right. Have you tried much Australian food like Vegemite or pies or pasties?
Yes, I've tried the Vegemite, and I was warned before that it was not gonna be good. But when I tried it, it was still terrible.
Oh, really? You didn't like it?
Oh, I hated it. It was, I don't know. It's like they warned me before, but I really didn't like that thing.
It's good with cheese.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah,
with cheese.
I was like reading an interview with one Slovenian news with one Slovenian woman that lives in Melbourne, and she said that she likes Vegemite so much she's got it for breakfast every day. Yeah, so I guess it's depends on the taste. Yeah, but I really didn't like it. There's still pie floated that I have to try, but
I haven't even tried that.
Oh really? It's like I heard that the only stand that was left, they closed like 1 week before I came here. So there's some alternatives, but yeah, apparently I was told that I have to try that.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That sounds just weird.
I must agree.
Yeah. What do you miss most about Slovenia?
Of course, I miss my family, I miss my friends, and I would say that the only thing that I really miss is more food. Apart from that, the rest of the things I like here, it's good. It's nothing but like family, friends.
Definitely.
That.
What differences do you see between Slovenia and Australia?
Well, no, that's a difficult question.
I guess you've got the food.
Of course. That's okay. The food I've mentioned. The distance is obviously one as well. It's a lot more like a lot more people here in one city, so it's a bit more crowded. And people with different backgrounds. It's not so multicultural in Slovenia. So I guess it brings with it that people like maybe more open-minded here. So they would be ready to accept more things, I would say. It's still, you can see the differences between Celje and Ljubljana. So smaller cities, bigger cities. But yeah, in those terms, I would say maybe Australia is a bit more open. Mostly that it's not really, I mean, in the system itself it's some differences, but it's nothing major yet. I would say so. Actually, in some ways I could say that I see the similarities between the two countries. Yeah.
Is there anything in Australia that you don't think you'd be able to get used to?
I don't really think so. It's like hot weather, like extremely
Yeah.
hot weather. I don't know if anybody's used to
No.
that. Maybe a few people that like really like it, but yeah, maybe that's the. Or if I know, I haven't been to Queensland yet, but I've
Yeah.
heard that there's like humidity and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I will be able to say
Some
it
people
later.
really love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard of it.
so-
It's like one friend. Yeah, he said that he loved it there when he went to
Yeah.
Queensland. So I guess it's a matter of personal taste. But no, I can't think of anything else.
That's good. Do you have any advice for Slovenians who would like to visit Australia?
I don't know. It depends on what actually a person wants to see. But I would say that not just for Australia, for any country that you travel to, it's always good to like get to know the local people. It's like always better if the locals show you what maybe a tourist cannot see. You know, that they take you like if it's just like a bar behind the main street. You know,
Yeah.
that's something that the locals know, that you experience how the people really live here. It's like, as I said, I didn't imagine Australia the way I see it now.
Yeah.
So I guess that if you're just visiting, you don't get that impression. Yeah. So maybe that get involved with the local or like let them take you somewhere, show
definitely.
you around.
If you were marketing Slovenia as a tourist destination to Australia,
Yeah.
what would you like to say about Slovenia?
Wow, that's a good question, and it's like what I've seen here. Yeah, it's that Slovenians in Australia, what I've seen in Slovenian club, they are much better marketers for Slovenia than Slovenians themselves are. I've seen that, and it's really good. But yeah, it's a small country, but it's got a lot of many beautiful places. So because it's so small, it's like what. I don't know, you can do a lot of things.
You don't have the distance like you do
exactly,
here.
Exactly. So I guess you could go to the sea, but if you're from Australia, I don't know if it means a lot to you. Definitely caves. I've been to some caves here in Australia, but Slovenians are better. The cave, Postojna caves.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that you should see when you're in Slovenia. Definitely Bled is nice, the island in the middle of the lake. I don't know, capital city. It's a lot of, and if you've got a chance maybe to climb some mountains, because Australia doesn't really have that, the mountains. So I guess that would be a nice experience.
Yeah, definitely. You've studied at Ljubljana University, and when you return to Europe in the next few months, I understand you'll be studying a master's degree in languages.
Yeah.
Which languages will you be focusing on? Hoping to focus on.
Yeah. So we've got the program includes Slovenian as a mother tongue, and then English and German.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna continue the program with those three languages. And yeah, I hope it's gonna be good. I liked it so far, so yeah, I'm hoping for the best.
Why did you choose these languages?
I've always liked foreign languages. It's actually from the start I didn't really care which foreign languages. I like every foreign language. Yeah, it's attractive because it's mysterious. Yeah. But I guess English being widely spoken around the world, that was one thing, and because we're surrounded by it in everyday's life. German I had in my primary school, and first I was really like keen on French, but somehow I didn't get to do it in high school. I didn't decide for it, and then I enrolled in my university degree, and there was one really good professor who we had to work quite hard for him, but like he made me love German language. It was
great.
like, because I had to work so much for it, I kind of started loving it even more than I did before. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. All right. So you've talked about your passion for German because of the lecturer. What other reasons are you passionate for these languages, and then I guess translating them?
Yeah, it's always good because I've been always of a curious nature. So it's if somebody speaks in a foreign language, you cannot understand them, so you cannot get those information. And I've liked that you get the insight into other cultures, into other languages, everything that's connected to it, because it's not just the language, it's the whole culture, it's the whole experience behind it. And I don't know, I've always seen it as a challenge, yeah. So that's why I like languages. Now I'm trying to learn Swedish as well, so it's a slow process.
Very hard.
Yeah, it is, but I like it. It's interesting. That's why, I don't know, I just simply love languages.
So do you teach Swedish to yourself, or do you go to a class?
Yeah, I do. I'm just learning myself because because my boyfriend's family just moved a bit before we came here, and they had to unpack all the things, and I was helping them with it, and I pulled out the book on Swedish and said, I would like to learn that. So I just took it and I've started, no.
Okay. So it's only been since you've been here as well?
Yeah, I started it here, so it's really slow process. But I'm doing it a bit every day, and I hope it's gonna be good in the end.
What key attributes are necessary to be a good translator of languages?
I would say that it's not just the language that you have to know, but also the culture behind it. You have to understand how the people actually live. It depends always on what you're translating. It's good to know those fields, of translation that you're translating from and into. And I think it always helps if you're passionate about it. Yeah. So I guess if you're trying and you don't just give up on every obstacle that you meet on your way. So you have to always try to educate yourself, and it's like a profession that you never stop learning, and I think that's a good thing about it. If you're curious enough, you can be a good translator.
Have you done any translating before, and what types of
I have actually all various things. I was doing sorts of things for my relatives, helping them with it, and just a volunteering thing. And I've been translating some online courses. It's a very interesting thing. It's they've got it's an online education thing. So you watch videos and you get tasks that you have to you have to write an essay and send it to the professors that are teaching it, and then we're trying to bring it to translate it into more languages so it would be accessible to more people from more countries. That's an interesting project. And I have done different types of translation, a lot, of course, at the uni as well. And it's been interesting,
What is the hardest type of translating you've done, and why?
I don't know. It always, if you don't, it's a problem if you don't know the topic, what you're translating, and at the time it's just you better
doesn't
don't
make sense.
no exactly it's better that you don't accept that type of work because it's gonna be a bad translation if you don't even understand what the thing is talking about. But I think it's a lot the cultural references that's quite hard, and that's why it's interesting. And for my bachelor degree, I've done a translation from a dialect, which was a Bavarian dialect, so dialect of German language, and that was quite hard actually. It was I like dialects, and they were very interesting to me, but it was hard because you really have to understand. You have to contact some people. Can you please help me with it? It's not as easy as it seems. So cultural references I find very difficult. Maybe I'm gonna find something more. I mean, of course, I'm gonna find something that's gonna be even harder, but for now, I would say that's pretty hard.
Is it, well, you've already talked about this, but you've said it's important to understand the culture to be a good translator of a language. Is there a specific part of the culture that... or just overall...
I think it's overall, and then again, depends on what you're translating. If you're just if you want to translate books, if you want to, it depends on what it focuses, the thing the translation focuses on, So, I don't know, I think it's best to have the overall view, and then you can still look into it if you need something deeper, but definitely it's important, and that's why they always, at the faculty that I was studying at, they try to give us at least some background to it, yeah, and then I guess they're hoping that we're gonna do it further as well.
Do you think coming to Australia has helped
Definitely.
the culture to understand and translate?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's things that you don't see or you never learn about, yeah, and like people you're talking to and what they tell you, the bits and pieces of like that you can put together then, and it's like the cultural things that you wouldn't, like, nobody would ever tell you about them.
No one would think to point out.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it doesn't seem important, but then when you see them and how actually people live and everything, to experience it is like, it's priceless.
Oh, good. Where do you wish to work once you've completed your study?
I'd like to work on something like cultural, I would say. I've always liked tourism, but that would be like one option as well. I've liked that, but like multicultural things, so like the cooperation between different cultures. There's some interesting companies that are like they're trying to connect the whole alpine culture, and those things have always interested me. It's like it's good to preserve the culture. It's like, it's actually what Slovenian club does here, but in like a multicultural way. It's like something like that would be great. So not necessarily just translation, but
bring the culture. And that's why I guess to you understanding the culture is so important.
Exactly. That's why I like it a lot.
While you're here in Australia, you've been involved in the Australasian Society of Human Biology International Conference. What is this organisation about, and how are you involved in the organisation?
Yeah, that was totally by accident. It was because my boyfriend he is currently doing his PhD, and which is about medicine, sports, and law. So and he's got his office at the medical department. So we've been actually one very good professor there, his mentor as well. He invited us to take part in a club that they've got. They're debating about different things. It's mostly scientific things, and that club actually helped organizing the conference. And so we were part of it, so we were invited to do it as well, and it was, I must say, it was a really good experience. I've met all the I was never dealing with the science so much, but it was really interesting. They are studying everything about the human biology, so it's different aspects, different scientists, and they are studying in their field of whatever they're doing, and it was really interesting. It was a lot of new things that we've heard, new research, what's possible, what can be like, what can they work on still, and everything. So it was totally by accident, but it was a great experience. I really appreciated it, the chance that I was given. So I help with an organization of it.
Oh, wow. Klara, we hope you enjoy the rest of your stay in Australia.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And thanks very much for this interview tonight.
Yeah, thank you.